Since the United States entered World War II, the Department of Defense has engaged in the systematic surveillance of other nations by air to glean valuable intelligence on weapons capabilities and military movements. These missions are quite dangerous and often ended in disaster, but the risks endured by these aircrews aboard the Pentagon's beloved spy planes are often overlooked due to the sensitive nature of their assignments. Here are 5 instances from the past that illustrate why these pilots were not flying the friendly skies. As the Iron Curtain descended across Europe, the United States was desperately trying to gather intelligence on Soviet activities across the continent. On April 8, 1950, a PB-4Y2 privateer, a modified B-24 Liberator fitted with electronic gear for signals intelligence, left West Germany for the Baltic Sea to gather intel on Soviet naval forces and possibly to monitor early naval missile tests. The aircraft was intercepted by 4 Soviet La-11 Fang fighters over the Baltic Sea off of the coast of Latvia, according to documentary filmmaker Dirk Polman. The entire sequence of events was pre-planned by the Soviets to attempt to capture the aircraft and crew, or at least shoot the aircraft down if it could not be captured. The aircraft was shot down over the Baltic. None of the 10 crew members were recovered. In September 1958, a modified C-130A was shot down over Armenia during signals gathering mission in support of the Armed Forces Security Agency, the predecessor to the modern-day National Security Agency. The C-130 had taken off from Turkey, and the flight plan kept the aircraft on the Turkish side of the border with Armenia. However, the C-130 strayed across the border and was promptly intercepted by several Soviet MiG-17 Frescos. Like most Cold War shootdowns over or near Soviet-controlled territory, there exists a vacuum of information on what exactly happened. The Soviets initially claimed that the plane had crashed in Armenia, but later records revealed gun camera footage of a MiG-17 shooting down the C-130, as well as an unearthed 1958 Soviet report detailing the shoot-down and recovery operations. None of the 17 crew on board survived. After the Korean War, the North Korean government continued to harass and attack ROK and U.S. forces across the peninsula, including the infamous USS Pueblo incident, where the USS Pueblo was captured by North Korean forces while operating in international waters. But overshadowed by the Pueblo affairs is the shoot-down of an EC-121 Warning Star, call sign Deep Sea 129, over the Sea of Japan on April 15, 1969, while performing their SIGINT mission off the coast of North Korea. 2 North Korean MiG-21 fishheads were scrambled on the heading towards the EC-121. U.S. forces tracked the MiG-21s. However, even with warning, there was nothing that could have been feasibly done to help the doomed Warning Star. 2 Delta Dart interceptors were scrambled, but it was too late, as the EC-121 was destroyed by the North Korean MiGs. One of the most well-known spy plane encounters happened in the perpetually contentious South China Sea. A Chinese pilot in a J-8 Finback fighter aircraft, previously known by the U.S. Navy due to his overly aggressive flying style, lost control over his aircraft while intercepting an EP-3 Orion on a SIGINT mission near Hainan Island. The J-8 pilot was killed, and the crippled EP-3 was forced to land on Chinese territory. After attempting to destroy as much of their equipment as possible, the crew surrendered to Chinese authorities and became pawns in a political chess match over the incident. After 10 days of political wrangling between the Chinese and U.S. governments, the crew was released unharmed.